Hey Grace Girls, welcome to Grace Podcast, where we build your confidence up to experience a fabulous faith-driven life. Join us as we share stories, the gospel, and affirmations to help you grow in your walk with Christ and unlock your God-given potential. You're tuning in to Grace Podcast. Hey, girls and Grace, and welcome to today's episode. We're talking about vision boards, like one of my favorite topics ever, because I truly believe that there is power when you write the vision down and make it plain, just like Habakkuk 2:2 tells us. So we want to just introduce you to the practice of vision board making here at Girls and Grace. That is actually our number one process when we mentor our mentees, is to discover what is in your heart to accomplish for the year, maybe for the month, or even just for your life in general. As your mentors, we are here to support you walk through what God has given you to achieve. So I would like to start off by saying how I was introduced to vision boards. I, like many, love the new year time because it's like a new year, new opportunity to celebrate, and new things to look forward to. So upon discovering vision boards, I believe it was something that I read like in an article or I saw online, and I began to adopt this practice because it's like I often would get a journal and just write my goals down, but I never took the time to put pictures on it. So I believe my vision board journey started around 17, 18 while still in high school. And so there were times that I would put on a large piece of cardboard paper and just put I want to drive, or my word of the year is no fear, and just really break down things so that I can trust God through the process for these goals that I have. Now, were all those goals achieved in 1 year? No. Was all those goals something that I could obtain and move forward with into the new year? Yes. And so that's something that you have to learn how to do, is to give yourself grace concerning the goals that you have for you. And so I think it's very important that when you come to Girls and Grace, that you are open-minded to the idea of discovering who you are and what are some goals that you have in your heart that we can help you achieve. So each New Year's, we host a vision board party. We always have a special guest to encourage us, but within that hour, we are asked our mentees to write their goals down for the year and put it on paper, whether that is putting images on the board or that's taking time to just create like a prayer if you don't want to do a visual, but something that will allow you to write down what you envision for your year and for God to do in your life. I want us to really understand the importance of vision. The Bible talks about vision in numerous ways. There were people in the Bible who God actually communicated to through vision, through dreams. And so it's important for you to channel the practice of hearing God's voice through visionary opportunities. And that simply could just be like, Lord, I invite you into my dreams. I invite you into my heart to show me the vision that you have for my life. Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. We can take this verse and apply it to this step process of knowing that if you have no direction, you end up stuck in your life. If you have no vision to go to school and make good grades and graduate and start a career or start your own business or be able to use this gifts that you have to make to generate income, if you have no vision, you are literally living life in an empty position. God did not want us to live life in this empty mindset. He wants us to have direction. He wants us to go. Salvation gives us purpose, but we have to find our vision in God to know what we are designed to do within the purpose of salvation. Our job is to increase the kingdom of heaven. So whatever we're doing, whether that is being a student or whether that is working a full-time job or whether that is being an entrepreneur, whatever we are doing it is our job to make sure that we are bringing heaven to earth. And heaven is a beautiful place. God is such a mastermind, and he has created things from vision to completion. And so just as he is, so are we. We have the ability to see things and believe it to come to pass. Proverbs 16:9 says, a man's heart deceiveth his way, but the Lord directs his step. Another version of this Bible verse says, a man's heart can make plans, but it's the Lord's that order his footsteps. And so what that verse simply means is that you can often plan, but God is the one that directs your step. I want to invite you to understand the importance of having a relationship with Jesus Christ, because not only will he give you dreams, but he will also help direct your pathway to accomplishing those dreams, especially when they are aligned with his will and his purpose. So today's affirmation is going to be real familiar. So I want you to prepare your heart and mind to think of 2 to 3 visions that you believe God has for you. That simply could be, I see that I need to be a more studious person because I want good grades. So I'm going to study. I'm going to use Quizlet. I'm going to get a tutor. I'm going to apply the things that I know that are positive and helpful for me to get the job done. Or one goal could be, I'm going to apply to a new job. The current job I have is not flexible, doesn't allow me to work on, get off on Sundays. So I'm going to make a list of jobs. I'm going to update my resume. I'm going to have lunch with 1 or 2 people in the career field that I believe that I'm supposed to be in. And I'm going to apply for the job. Without a vision, the people perish. So repeat after me for today's affirmation. And the I that we're talking about is God. He knows. So it says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. And this comes from Jeremiah 29:11. Be encouraged, girls, in grace, that God is a good God. He made you in his image. He loves you. He has plans to prosper you, not to harm you. And he has already planned out your future. Tap into his spirit by reading his word, by praying, and being a part of a community that reminds you that God is the center of your life. And he will direct your path. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all of his righteousness shall be added unto you. That comes from Matthew 6, verse 31. So I pray that today's episode inspired you to really see the importance of knowing who God is so that you can have vision and direction for your life, and never compare your vision to someone else's vision. We're all on different journeys and processes, but one thing we can be confident about, that if we have God on our side, we fear no one, and all things are possible through him. Be blessed and have a great day. Thanks for tuning in to Grace Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share it with someone who could use a little encouragement. Until next time, keep living a fabulous faith-driven life. Remember, if she can do it, so can I.